Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Today's video, I'm going to be doing something totally different, something I've never done on this channel before, and something which you guys have asked me to do actually, and so it now seems like a fantastic time to do it, and that is to share with you some of my absolutely favourite YouTube skincare influencers, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them. These are the people that I absolutely adore, I look up to, I think I take their recommendations, I love to listen to their content, get some tips and ideas from them, and just who I think are absolutely amazing at what they do. And the reason for doing this video is I want to share a little bit of love. We talk so much, or you hear so much online about how toxic the beauty community is on YouTube. They're always at it, like this, and the other. Everything seems really toxic and poisonous, and that is just not the case with the skincare community. Everybody is that I've come into contact with has been lovely, kind and supportive, and I want to share a bit of love and shout out. I don't think we do this often enough, shouting about the really good things that we love and the content that we enjoy on YouTube. So this is the purpose of this video. Obviously no video would be complete without a little bit of shade thrown in, so there are some people at the end who I'm not going to be shady and I'm not going to be disrespectful to, but that maybe I don't watch their content, and I'm going to justify that with some of the reasons. So that's later in the video. We're going to start on the positives and the people I look up to, worship and adore. And number one has to be, let's just get this out of the way, let's say it and let's move on with our life, Hiram. Formerly Skincare, is it Skincare with Hiram? Skincare by Hiram? I can't remember, now just Hiram. I adore him. I adored him way before I started this channel. I think we should always celebrate the pioneers, the people that help and support the other people to get into this sort of industry. Before Hiram, it was really, really difficult as a guy to get into skincare and to kind of break into this world. It was seen as very much the domain of women, and men didn't touch skincare. And if you did it secretly and you were a bit ashamed of it. And Hiram came out, no whatever's given, and was like, here I am, living my best life, being fabulous, and just sharing my love of skincare with the world. I love him. I think he's fantastic and I love his content. We disagree passionately on things like fragrance in skincare. That's fine. You know, we kind of forget in 2020, we are allowed to disagree. We're allowed to have our own opinions without shouting people down. And I think he's really fantastic and an inspirational and pioneer, and I love him. He also gave me a really kind shout out on his video, and you know, the fact that somebody would be humble enough to credit somebody that is much smaller than them and give them a shout out and support them, I just think is testament to his kind heart. So whether you like his content, you agree with his opinions on skincare or not, I think it's beyond dispute that he has a really kind heart and clearly does care a lot about the community and just everything that's wonderful in skincare. So I love Hiram, and I'm starting with that because I just think he's absolutely fantastic and I love his content. I always watch his videos, I binge watch his content, and yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. Now, from somebody who has 3.5 million subscribers to somebody who has 16,000 and counting and is shooting up, and I think he's going to be the next Hiram. I mean, there's never going to be another Hiram because he's unique, but you know, the next big influencer to join Hiram in the stratosphere, and that is Randon. I love his content. I like sass. I wish I was a little bit more sassy. I'm not sassy, but you know, I love people that are. He is witty, he's sassy, he's fabulous. He comes at skincare from the consumer's point of view, so it's quite open about all his research he does online and comes at it from the consumer's perspective. So love his, I think his niche is trying products. So most of his videos are buy a product, try it for a period of time, and let us guys, the consumer, the viewer, know what his views are. They are always his views, honestly, his views on products are never guarded. You never get, there's no chance he's going to take sponsorship to promote something he doesn't believe in. You know full well you get the cold hard truth with all of these. I think this is what we need. I love to know, I love to watch videos and I think I'm getting an honest and unbiased opinion, and you get that with Matt hands down every single time. I love his content. I'm linking all of the channels that I mentioned today below so you can check them out if you want. If you want a little bit fun, a little bit lighthearted, a bit sassy yet truthful, straight to the point, really good detailed reviews, Matt is your man. And he has been, so we've DM'd on Instagram back and forth, and he's been so supportive, so lovely, and he's just one of the good guys in the world, and I absolutely love his content. I watch all of his videos, always click that like button. And yeah, I just think he's really good, and I love single product reviews. I do them on this channel, but it's very different to how he approaches it. So check and compare how we do it. It's very different, and I just love those single product reviews, and it kind of helps educate me with what I'm going to buy next. In a similar vein, of somebody that comes from the consumer's point of view, so is just a skincare junkie through and through, and that is Robert Lam. I love him. I love him, A, because he's from the north of England, and I am unashamedly biased to anyone that comes from the north of England. I think he's fantastic. And I love his accent, and I love the fact he's a guy from the UK doing skincare, and he's clearly the most passionate skincare junkie on the net, and that's why I kind of love all of his products. I also really like his content because he suffers with acne. I have acneic, breakout prone skin, so a lot of the things that he says work for him work for me, and so I think it's really good when you find a YouTuber and an influencer that has the same skin type as you, so you know that the products that work for them are probably going to work for you. And he's that guy. He's the guy I go to if I want a product recommendation. I guess his niche is he tends to do like a week of he'll pick a brand and do like a week of just that brand, reviewing different products from them, which I really like because it helps you to get a really in-depth exploration of a specific brand. So I really like that, and you don't often see that on YouTube, so I think that's really nice. He's a really, really great supporter of this channel as well. I always see him drop down in the comments, leave a comment. I always leave a comment on his video because I just love the content, and I think he's that sort of person which will reach out and clearly watches my content and comments and positively. I watch his and comment. I just think that's that sort of love and that two-way thing that I love. Absolutely fantastic. Again, the link's below. I would definitely check him out, because if you want that kind of just that honest opinion on and detailed reviews, he's your man, and I absolutely love him. Now, again, going from a couple of people I mentioned that are in the the tens of thousands, which is no mean feat on YouTube. I think sometimes we forget how it's not easy to get 10,000 subscribers, let alone 3.5 million. But to someone who's a little bit on a larger scale, and that's Cassandra Bankston, the first woman, the first female on this list, and deservedly so. I adore. The reason I listen to Cassandra Bankston, I don't agree with her on everything. I think sometimes she can be a little on the shady side with some companies, but fine, no issue with that. State your opinion, and I'd rather people state their opinion than sort of tiptoe around these things. But the reason I watch all her content is she is passionately cruelty-free. So she's a vegan. I don't think you have to be a vegan to also like cruelty-free products, just as an FYI, but she's a vegan who also has some really great perspectives on cruelty-free skincare. So I get loads of cruelty-free skincare recommendations from her. She does really in-depth ingredients. Her thing is looking at the ingredients and kind of explaining them and tearing them apart, and I absolutely love to hear her thoughts on certain ingredients and products. Like I say, she can be very harsh on some companies, deservedly so in a lot of cases, and calls out some of the what that these companies espouse, and I really respect that, and I like that. And clearly she does it from a fearless perspective of, I don't care, these companies may never send me a product again, I don't care, I'm calling them out. And I think sticking to your values and like that is just really empowering, and I absolutely love her. She's been around for like 10 years, and again has acneic skin, but has branched out from just doing acne based videos to also covering all sorts of different brands. You get about 2 videos a week I think she uploads, and I always watch them. They're like my go to bed, because they're quite in depth. I like to go to bed so then I can process everything over the night. If that makes sense, probably makes no sense, but again, link below. You've probably checked her out. She's huge on YouTube, but if you haven't already, I would really recommend it because I adore her content. Another person who I seem to have been on YouTube for ages, and is just such a fantastic YouTuber, is Chris Gibson. I love Chris and his content. The reason I love his videos so much, first of all, we've DM'd back and forth, and he's such a kind, gorgeous human being, and I absolutely love him. But he's so straight to the point and factual in all his videos. So if you want a really quick, factual, hard-hitting video, he's your man. And because he's been on YouTube quite a while, he has basically a video on everything. He's like an encyclopedia of skincare knowledge. So you just go on there, look down his videos, and you will always have something to inspire you, or you will learn something that you didn't know before, and I absolutely love it. He does a mixture of product reviews and skincare routines, tackling specific skincare issues. It's a real mixed bag of content, which I like. It's always fresh, and there's something different for everybody. I absolutely love it. He's had a couple of really big viral videos as well, so really proud. And he's just a really nice guy. So I'll leave a link again, and I recommend you check him out. Now for someone else who is so kind-hearted and I love, and that is Lakeisha Adams. She is my go-to. I like to recommend a lot of products which work for all skin tones. So not just people like me, Caucasian, very pasty white, but also that will work with really rich, deep, dark skin tones. I want to be able to give you guys that information, and so I often reach to her channel to get that darker skin tone perspective on products. She's got so many reviews out there. She's so honest and yet so kind-hearted at the same time. And I love to get that perspective from somebody. She also has some really great DIY hacks. She's the one that got me into honey masking, which is where you basically just slather honey on your skin. It's beautifully hydrating. It's sensational for people with acne because it's antimicrobial. And she was the first one to get me into that. And I absolutely love her for it. Again, we've messaged back and forth on Instagram, and she's just such a kind person and such a wonderful content creator. She's got some major, massive viral videos which are definitely worth checking out, but I love her other content is also really informative. She often does product reviews, which is fantastic, and again just gives that different perspective that if I'm going to review a product, I always like to see if she's reviewed it so I can see how it will work on people with darker skin tones than my own, so I can give that perspective on my channel. And she's a real font of skincare knowledge. She's clearly passionate and enthusiastic about skincare as well, which all the people on this list are, and I would definitely recommend you check out her channel if you're looking for just something a bit fresh, something really kind, and there's something just uniquely wholesome and lovely about her content, and she radiates warmth and positivity, and I love that in videos because it just, I think, adds a bit of positivity to what, let's be honest, 2020 might have been lacking a little bit of, and just has that positivity and that warmth, which I absolutely love. Now, that's my love. That's the people who I reach to and am subscribed to and watch basically every time a video comes up. I get the notification and I'm like straight on there, desperate to watch. Well, now we're going to move on to a couple of people who I tend to stay away from on YouTube. Now, I don't want this is a positive video, and I want this to be all about sharing the love and recommending great content. I don't want this to be a negative, but I do think I want to call out some people that I tend to step back from and don't personally watch. Now, I hate cancel culture, and I'm having none of that rubbish on this channel. I don't like people cancelling, calling out. What is all that rubbish? It's just people who, personally, and this is just me, only my opinion, nothing else, just my opinion, I choose not to watch, and I'm going to justify my reasons. I want to be respectful and dignified when I do this because I just think there's too much hate in the world as there is. There is no hate here. There is no cancel here. These are just people that I don't personally watch, and I'll give my reasons. Again, I'd like to know your opinions. You could passionately disagree with me on this, and I'd love you to call me out and challenge me in the comments. But number one is Dr. Dre. Now you're gonna be surprised at that. She's a huge YouTuber. I think she's got like 1 million subscribers. Deservedly so, because she pumps out really good content. She's a dermatologist, so you get a dermatologist approach to your content. The reason I don't watch her videos are twofold. First of all, I do find the products that she recommends to be a little on the boring side. Now, I don't want to call out boring isn't always a bad thing, because a lot of people that might have sensitive skin go for the more simple products. So I don't mean simple, I just mean boring as in nothing that particularly excites me. And brands, she tends to choose brands which I just don't like or don't work with my skin. A really good example is CeraVe. She's a huge supporter and proponent of CeraVe, and most of her skincare routines have at least 1 or 2 CeraVe products in there. I did a whole video on why I don't buy from CeraVe, which I'll link up there. I made a conscious decision not to purchase from CeraVe because of their testing on animals policy and just some of the duplicity that comes with that brand. And so I find it really difficult to watch her content because a lot of what she recommends comes from a brand that I just don't support or like. I'm surprised at the lack of cruelty-free content on her channel because she is a vegan and a very proud vegan. Now, I don't think, and I do want to call this out, that I don't think you have to be cruelty-free just because you're a vegan. A lot of people, I have vegan friends, a lot of vegans do so for the animal aspect of it, but also a lot of people do it for the health benefits and the lifestyle benefits. I don't know her personal motive, and it's none of my business, and she doesn't need to justify herself to anybody. I just think one of the reasons, because there's often she mentions products which aren't cruelty-free, or there's very limited cruelty-free content there, it's just something that doesn't really appeal to me, and so I tend to stay away from her specific channel, though I do recommend you check her out and make your own opinions, which is why I will still link the channel below and form your own opinions, and I'd love to know what you think. I also stay away from, and made the decision to stay away from Susan Yara and her skincare channel. This kind of pained me because I grew up with Susan. I loved Susan's content. She was one of the people that got me into skincare and gave me the confidence to do this channel. And so there's absolutely no shade or disrespect at all. There was a huge furore that came around her launching her own skincare brand, which was Naturium, and her not disclosing and being honest about her involvement in that skincare line. That to me just dented my confidence and trust, and so I'm not saying never. I might win that back, and I hope to, but I think you have to rebuild that trust. And for me, and it is just a personal opinion, that trust was eroded, and I think it's not been won back yet. It's a shame because I did really look up to her as a YouTuber, and I thought she was a fantastic content creator. It just didn't work for me, and I think that it didn't sit well with me, and who knows what the future might hold. And you can absolutely regain trust. I don't believe these people that say once the trust is gone, it's dead, you will never get it back. You can absolutely rebuild people's trust, and I hope she works to do that, and I'm open-minded to that in the future. But I stay away from the content because I do also, every time she recommends something, I think, is that coming from a place of genuine recommendation, or is that coming from a place of invested interest that hasn't been disclosed? And maybe that's just on me. I'd love to know your opinion, though please do it in a non-hateful way. I don't want any hate on this channel. We are not about that. We're about sharing positivity. And I'd love you to leave a comment in a respectful manner, if you don't mind. Now, that's it, guys. These are the people I love, and some people that I've decided not to follow, but that's personal preference. I would love to know, who have I missed out? Who are the holy grail skincare influencers that I love to know your recommendations? Leave me a comment below. A lot of these people have been super supportive of me as a channel, and I am forever and eternally grateful for that. And I wanted to repay that favour by doing something positive and spreading the love, which is the purpose of this video. No way is it to spread any hate or shade. This is just to share the love for 2020. Hopefully, guys, you'll leave a comment to let me know who your favourite people are, and you'll give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this sort of video. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.